Now at 6, a manhunt is on after a violent weekend. Details on separate shootings that injured two 14-year-olds.
Plus, upset about high electricity bills? How you can weigh in on SDGE's rates today.
And we normally talk about wait times being a northbound issue. Now it's the recent few months has been a southbound issue.
Why the wait time to go into Mexico is a lot longer lately.
You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Ooh, be careful on the roads this morning. The National Weather Service issued a dense fog advisory. This goes all the way from San Clemente to the U.S.-Mexico border. This is a live look right now from the Hotel del Coronado.
We also have some video from the southbound 15 heading into the Claremont Mesa area. You can see the lights, a lot of fog there out on the roads. Could even delay some flights out of San Diego International Airport this morning. Right now, the airport's website showing about a dozen delays for departures. So pretty thick around the county. Give yourself a little extra time. Definitely in pockets around the county.
Right.
I didn't really see much until I got down to Claremont off the 15.
It was rough through my whole commute, so
yeah,
be careful. Yeah, I had to go very, very slow, and hopefully people will do the same. Yeah. Let's check in with meteorologist Evan Narani this morning to talk about this fog.
So while we have that advisory in effect all the way along the coast, it's really Del Mar through Imperial Beach that seems to be the foggiest as we start off the day. Good morning to you. Remember, we are going to be encountering that sunrise in about 10 minutes thanks to that time change. And usually following sunrise, we start to see some improvements. Gray on the screen showing dense fog advisory. By the afternoon, we'll have some passing clouds. Temperatures cooler for today compared to what we saw over the course of the weekend, all symptomatic of that cooling trend following the Santa Anas that we had last week. 71 along the coast, 78 inland. Looking at the mountains, making it to 73 degrees this afternoon and 93 across the deserts with afternoon sunshine, but a few passing clouds increasing along the coast and inland. Coming up, we'll take a look at the 8-day forecast. Back to you.
Well, this morning, two 14-year-olds are hurt after two separate shootings in the South Bay.
One of them happened yesterday morning outside a Home Depot on Dennery Road in Ocean View Hills. San Diego police looking for up to 5 men who shot 2 people, a 14-year-old and a 29-year-old. Police say the victims had been arguing with the group of men before one pulled out a gun. They were taken to the hospital and are expected to recover. Meanwhile, Chula Vista police looking for the person that shot a 14-year-old near a house party. This happened Saturday night on West Maynard Drive, just north of J Street. They found the teen in the street with several gunshot wounds. He's expected to survive. Police say the shooting started after an argument between the victim and suspect. You are asked to call Crime Stoppers if you have any information.
This morning, a 15-year-old is in custody for his alleged role in a shooting at the Otay Ranch Mall in Chula Vista. Police have not said if the 15-year-old is the shooter. They are also not releasing his name because he is a minor. Investigators say 3 people were shot at Nova Brazil Brewing on October 28th. All 3 victims are expected to be okay. Police are still asking anyone with any information to call Crime Stoppers. This morning, neighbors in Claremont are demanding action to prevent gun violence after a second shooting at a local park in the past 9 months. A 14-year-old was shot in the leg at the North Claremont Recreation Center about 2 weeks ago, and a 22-year-old was shot and killed there back in February. A 14-year-old was charged in that shooting. Concerned neighbors rallied at the park yesterday afternoon. They are calling on city officials to take action to make the park safer.
I'm not stopping. I'm not going to quiet. I'm not asking for anything. I'm demanding that City Hall and our elected officials get up and do something. Protect our children.
Neighbors' ideas include adding more lights and security cameras and putting up a fence on the canyon side of the park.
Well, San Diego has the highest electricity rates in the entire country. Today, you can weigh in on the company's rates for the next 4 years.
The state's Public Utilities Commission is holding forums, and they want to hear from you. CBS 8's Regina Yarita is at SDGE's headquarters in Kearney Mesa now with more on how people can take part in this. Regina?
Yeah, well, good morning, Netta and Eric. We know that today there's going to be 2 meetings that people can go to, and it's really for SDGE customers to share their input on the future cost of their electric bills. We know that's been a hot topic, especially because SDGE customers have been given pushback against the company because of SDGE's rate hikes. So let me show you what you can expect at this meeting. This is phase 2 of SDGE's budget proposal that will decide the decisions for the next 4 years. The 2 meetings will begin with a brief overview of SDG&E's electric rate. After that, they will go into public comment. People can share some of the issues, complaints, or suggestions that they feel the company should be aware of. Supervisor Jim Desmond is also expected to speak out against the company's new fixed rate bill proposal. So state law requires utility companies to come up with a fixed rate plan. It's meant to help stabilize rates and make billing more equitable. SDG&E has come up with a proposal that would charge people based on their income. The company's plan is to offer residential customers a fixed rate billing cycle no matter how much electricity is being used. Right now, customers not only pay for how much electricity their household uses, but other things such as how that electricity is being delivered. So as of right now, nothing has been decided for this proposal. This also comes after the cost of natural gas went up in January. It caused outrage from many San Diegans after they saw their bills skyrocket. So back here live, SDG&E says, this is for transparency. They want customers to weigh in on some of the issues that they've seen. So as for today's meetings, there is going to be one at 2 p.m. at Escondido City Hall, and there's going to be another one at 6 p.m. if you can go to the earlier one. I'm live in Kearney Mesa. Regina Urita, CBS 8.
All right, Regina, thanks for breaking that all down. Right now, there are millions of dollars available to pay your water and sewer bills. This morning, county officials spreading the word about the low-income water assistance program. The deadline to apply was just extended to March 31st of next year, and San Diego has $5 million available. The program could pay up to $2,000 for eligible low-income households.
People really need to look into this because this program, there's lots of money. Congress has approved this money, but this program is only in effect until March.
We do have a link to apply at cbs8.com. Just click on the help button.
And now this morning, we know what these lights were in the sky. So there's this one big bright light you see right there. Watch what it does. People posted on social media last night asking what they were seeing over the skies of San Diego. Look, it split into a few separate lights there. They were not UFOs. We can tell you that. In fact, we know what it was. It was the Navy parachute team called the Leapfrogs, and they jumped into the San Diego Wave game at Snapdragon Stadium with flares. Speaking of the Wave, sadly, the team's season is over this morning.
OL Reign are going to the final against Gotham next Saturday. San Diego's season is over.
Oh, it's sad to hear that. The Wave lost 1-0 against the OL Reign last night. They were one game short of playing another game at home for the National Women's Soccer League Championship. That championship game will be happening here Saturday. Longtime NWSL and U.S. Women's National Team players Megan Rapinoe and Ali Krieger both play for the OL Reign. They are both retiring after this next championship game. The championship will kick off 5 p.m. It'll be on November 11th at Snapdragon. So the OL Reign, since they beat the Wave, will now face off first-time finalist Gotham FC in this match. And you can watch it all right here on CBS 8.
That's got to be tough because Rapinoe and Alex Morgan,
yeah.
Teammates on Team USA, and you're playing each other. And
it's got to be interesting, right? Because all those women's national team members, they play against each other,
right.
On the leagues that they're on now. So yes, a bummer to see the Wave out of it, but it is cool that San Diego is still going to be hosting the championship on Saturday. So that's going to be at Snapdragon Stadium. There are still tickets online. So if you want to go see at least Megan Rapinoe, you can do so this upcoming weekend. It is 6:08. We're watching as those dense clouds fill in some of the blank spaces out there. So closer to the coastline, that's where the majority of issues related to visibility are located. It's dry out there. Cloud cover, again, is really only stretching maybe 10, 15 miles inland. 2.5 miles of visibility in Kearney Mesa. We're down to less than a quarter mile in Miramar. Carlsbad is at 7 miles. That's why we say this is mainly about a Del Mar issue all the way down through the South Bay. Imperial Beach is at 1/3 of a mile. San Diego at 1/2 mile. So not many issues as you start to make your way inland. Last week we had those Santa Anas pick up, right? So starting on Sunday of last week, moving into Monday, those temperatures warmed. We peaked at 85 degrees on Wednesday. After Wednesday, we lost those offshore winds, started to see those winds come back onshore, and a daily drop in temperatures continued after that. Yesterday, we made it to 75 degrees along the coast in San Diego, still over a week-long stretch of above average temperatures since Saturday, more specifically. So over a week of below average temperatures. Today, we're expected to be right around average, might hit 73. If we hit 72, it will be the first time in over a week that we've been below average. Conditions outside right now, They're chilly, but they're not quite as cold as we saw temperatures last week, especially along the coastline. Coastline fog is helping to hold in a little bit of warmth out there. 55 for downtown San Diego, 56 for Chula Vista, 49 for Poway, and 47 for Escondido to start off the morning. On the 10-day temperature trend, we're going to cool down between now and tomorrow. Tuesday, Wednesday are 2 cooler days with strong onshore flow, westerly winds. Winds shift back offshore by Thursday. That means some more Santa Ana's in play, dry, gusty, easterly winds, and that'll help to boost our temperatures into the upcoming weekend. Let's check in on traffic. It's 6:10 on the clock right now. I want to take you to just one crash. This one has actually been now cleared. So this was previously on 805. Number 4 lane was blocked with a crash on 805 southbound at Governor Drive. You can see the yellow on there. That's your road weather index indicating foggy conditions as we start off the day, which means you should be slowing your speeds on the freeway. Let's take a look at border wait time, see how your roads are faring. San Ysidro Port of Entry, a 90-minute wait, hour 30 in total. Otay Mesa, same situation. You're looking at about an hour 30 on that wait. Back to you.
Thank you so much. And speaking of the border, coming up here, we're going to tell you why southbound wait times are getting a lot longer lately.
Plus, Trump takes the stand, why the former president is testifying in court this morning. And despite his legal troubles, what new polls show could happen if Trump and President Biden go head-to-head in next year's election.